Everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing a complete series review for Last Man. This is a French animated series. I saw this on Verve. I think it's exclusive to Verve, so if you haven't heard about it or anything like that, it's probably because you don't have Verve. I think it's probably exclusive to Mondo specifically, which I don't know if they have their own site. I'm sure they do. But Last Man, obviously if you're checking this out, you've probably already seen it. That's why you're watching it. If not, highly recommend it. There will be spoilers. I'll let you know when I'm officially getting to that. But kind of basic synopsis of it, really freaking crazy. It starts off really simple. It's like this dude who's a bit of a slacker. He's a boxer, and it's like, okay, some weird stuff's happening here, and then you have the bad guys over here, and then I think it's maybe like 5 minutes in or something weird like that, things really start to kick up because it's like, okay, it's like I thought it was just like a cool action show where this guy just beats people up, and it's just it's a fighting action show. So then it ends up being like, oh, tiny mini little shootout, and it's like, all right, no big deal, beat up these guys, and then somebody comes in and it's just like crazy action, like it's just weird. So whole series changes after that, and I was like, not what I thought. Amazing though, and it's like every episode is like 13 to 15 minutes long, so I shot through it, and I think I watched the whole series in a day. Almost, I'm pretty sure I watched it in a whole day because it's 24, 25, maybe even 26 episodes. But 13 to 15 minutes a piece. So flew through the whole series. Absolutely loved it. It is actually a prequel to the Last Man comic because I knew it was based on a comic. But it's actually a prequel, and it's 15 years before the comic series, which really surprised me, which I didn't find out until after I watched the show. So I was like, all right, that's definitely interesting. It makes me want to read the series now because it's not just a recreation of it. It's a 15-year prequel to the main series, and it's like, all right, well, now that makes me want to know, because basically with the way the series ends, I was like, I'm curious what this might be, or what might be added based on what's in the comic. And then it's like 15 years later, and I was like, oh, everything I might wonder has probably already been drawn and written and everything, and it might be done. I don't know if this series is even ongoing. So I was like, everything that I was thinking about and just curious about probably already said and done a long time ago because it's 15 years later. So that was definitely cool. But getting right into spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, don't keep watching this unless you don't care about spoilers, but highly recommend the show. Like I said, I saw it on Verve. I think it's exclusive to Mondo Entertainment or Mondo Inc., whatever Mondo is. But definitely find a way to check it out because it is a great show. It's insanely hilarious, and the action is really good, and the music is really good too. Like, they have some great music in that show. But getting into spoilers, man, it was nuts. Like, the first scene, like after they beat up the random dudes in mass, and it was like, and I don't remember anybody's name because I watched this like weeks ago, and I'm just finally doing the review now, and I watched it all in a day, so I don't remember like anything but what happened. But going through it, and it was just like, all right, cool action show, and it's like, get ready, it's about to get real. It was like, dude, like, just shoots lightning, and I was like, well, this show just changed. Like, the whole thing, like everything I'd seen about the show and how it was cool, I was like, okay, it's a cool action show. I didn't know anything about the supernatural stuff, and it just changed at that point. And then it's like demons and this and that, and I was like, this is crazy. And then the main character stays human the whole time. I legitimately thought it's the show where the dude is able to like practice to become supernatural. And I was like, nope, he's just a badass dude. The other guy wasn't supernatural either. He just knew about demons, and so did his brother. They just went around killing demons. And I was like, neither of them are superhuman. They're just tough, and that's it. But all these demons got like the crazy powers and mind control, electric powers. Just a myriad of different things. And then the girl being the baby, and it was just like, holy crap. Like, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, obviously, but I just loved everything they did about this show. It was super fast paced. Just like I said, the music I thought was good. The animation I thought was great. The action was really cool. And it's like, how do you have like, it was the weirdest way to do it, but it was the perfect combination of just like basically it was like MMA because it was more than boxing. And it was like, you have this crazy like MMA tournament, like some Street Fighter stuff going on, or it's like a video game storyline. Just, yeah, we're in like the crazy tournament. I got my buddy now, and we're becoming super famous and stuff like that. And then on the other half, it's, yeah, we got to protect this girl who is infested by this demon, and it's slowly taking control. So we have to keep killing the other demons to get the cure to, stop her from, going crazy on people. And it's like that combined, because for whatever insane reason, the tournament where they win the trophy is how they get the ultimate cure to help her. And it was like, this is so weird, but it fits so perfectly. And then The girl was the pop star who showed up. I think it was the first episode, and then she shows up later and she's a singer and stuff like that. And so they end up together, and things get super bad, with their relationship with the good luck bad luck thing. But it was just nuts. It was like, holy crap, this series is insane. Like the action was so good, the characters were just intense, and having the mysteries kind of unfold and things just continuing on and on. It's like, where is this going? Like, how is this gonna end? It was constantly what I was wondering to myself. Like, they talk about having this cure, they have to kill all the demons to get her this cure, and the first thing I thought was, well, they mention how there's not, it's not infinite demons. It's like these specific set of demons are on the planet, so she's gonna turn. That, like, I kept thinking that, like, she's going to turn no matter what they do. Because eventually it is revealed, like, even with the trophy, it's like that's how you send them back, but that's not how you cure her specifically. So it was like, I don't think this will be a happy ending, and it was definitely something going through that, like, how is this going to play out? And then they get the reveal that the one guy, the skinnier dude out of the two brothers, the boxer that was teaching the main character, and his brother's the one who released all the demons, and the dude with electric powers used to be his friend, and like he went back, and that's how he got turned into a demon. And I was like, dude, he's the reason all this crap even happened, because he was obsessed with getting to this land, which he does at the end, which I thought was kind of cool, but it was also super effed up, because I was like, I kind of hate this guy, because he released demons on the world and got like a bunch of people mind controlled and killed, and then they had the one demon that would absorb people and take control, take over their bodies and stuff like that. And it was just like, this is crazy. And he got all these people killed because he wanted to go like the land of the fallen kings or whatever it was called. And it was just like, this is nuts. And then he made it. He got to make it. He got like the happy ending. It was like, lives be damned. I don't give an F about this little girl. Any of this stuff. Nothing mattered to him. And it was just like, wow, this guy's a douchebag, and he got what he wanted, and everything else was like depressing around him. And it was like almost like this weird sad ending, because I'm like, that sucks. That just sucked, like seeing it, because he was, in a weird sense, he was like the ultimate bad guy, because he set it all off, and that was just how it naturally began, because of his intense curiosity to get to this other land, and he released demons upon the world. And it's just like, he got what he wanted. And like the girl, I mean, ultimately we do find out that the girl lived, which is probably in the comic book, unless they're doing a season 2, because like I haven't checked out the comic yet, so I don't know if any of this is even related to that, because they do kill off like pretty much all the other demons, so it's like it can't be the same story, but it's still, I would assume, supernatural based. So I don't know, I got to check out the comic. But it's like we find out that she's alive, so if we do get a season 2, I'm curious how that'll play out. But it's just like, man, this is nuts. Like, he's the douchebag guy is the only one who got exactly what he wanted, and it's like, sorry, man. And he drives off on the motorcycle and he goes to another land, and it's just like, dang, that sucks. That sucks for everybody. But great freaking series. And this is like a super random weird review, but it's just such a good show. I almost want to watch it again. I want to like show somebody that show and just watch it with them to see what they think, because it is like that crazy sort of show. But I definitely loved it. Like, some of my favorite stuff, without a doubt, the action was definitely cool, but the comedy is where it was at. Like, my favorite, as far as comedy, I think the best episode had to be the arcade episode, because every freaking time they're on the news, they're like, yeah, we're on the south corner of this street here. And then the dude, like the sniper, looked at him and he was like, oh, I guess I can't say anymore. And then the sniper's head gets blown off. And I'm like, every clip is the news saying like they're gonna try to get into the arcade through the roof, and then the people just shoot up the rooftop. And I loved when it ended. And it was like, so how do you feel? And she just slapped the news reporter right in their face, and I was like, yeah, like the whole episode has just been them saying exactly where they were gonna be. It was like, yeah, we're on this corner here with the sniper. His head gets blown off, and then it's like, yeah, they're gonna try to jump through the roof and then come through the floor and this and that. I'm just like, that's just so dumb. That is so dumb. But that's the real life stuff. That does happen. Cops have to tell people like, hey, don't say where we're gonna be on Facebook. Like, that's a thing that really does happen. But that was like 15 minutes of them just being like, yep, we're right here, and this is exactly what the cops are gonna do next. And it's just like, this is nuts. This is a crazy freaking episode, but definitely a funny one. Just the whole series was funny for sure, but definitely loved it. Loved the action. I like the one dude who was that worked at the gym, and then he was the one that screwed up and opened up the safe. I like that episode too, where it's like, I definitely know the code is this. And it was like, you said that last time. It's, well, I thought for sure it was gonna be 0000, and it's not 1234. So I don't know what it could be. So I'm just like, he didn't even really try, and he almost blew he almost blew them up. But definitely a funny show. The animation was really good too. I definitely love the animation. All the characters I thought were really entertaining. So just an insane, definitely mature series without a doubt. Definitely funny, but love the show. Would love to know what you guys thought about this crazy one, because like I said, for me, I'd heard about it a bunch, and then I actually watched it because it had a dub, so I was like, oh sweet, I can shoot through it and kind of multitask. And I love the crap out of it. Oh, like the music is good, the action is good, the animation is good, the voice acting is good. The voice acting actually really matched up well, because it was I just assumed it was Japanese, admittedly, because I'm just like, I just thought it was another anime, but I didn't know it was French. But it looked really well done. Like as far as like the lip sync and everything, I was like, they did a great job with that. It looked like it was initially done for English audiences. So I was kind of happy with that. I was like, man, they did a just that's just a thing I noticed after years of watching anime. It's like, oh wow, that like it really seemed to sync up. I stopped paying attention, but when I first found out it was French, I was like, oh, like some of the stuff they do, it looked like it was made in initially in English languages. So I thought that was pretty cool. But all in all, absolutely love the show. Definitely want to know what you guys thought about this series, your favorite parts about it, your least favorite parts about it. If you're a fan of the comic, if you've read it, would love to know what you guys think about this, with it being like a 15-year prequel to the original comic, how you guys feel about it. I don't know. I didn't see anything as far as a season 2, but based on how it ended and with it being 15 years, I would assume that they could do a second season, and it would have, once again, really nothing to do with the original comic, because I mean, this whole first season took, it was like a couple of months. So it's like, obviously, you got like 15 years. So they could do a couple of seasons and the series could end, and then it jumps into the comic book after that. So I would love to know, like I said, what you guys think about it. If you're comic readers, does it have the same sort of feel and essence? Would you prefer it if it was just the comic redone, or are you happy that it was a brand new prequel story that kind of introduced the character into the world? Because I would assume with the 15-year gap, he was already in it. Like, yeah, dealt with this, been there, done that. So this was like him learning, like, holy crap, this is like some supernatural stuff exists in the world. So we'd love to know what you thought about it. If you're like me and you just never heard of it and you just watched a really epic show, we'd love to know your thoughts on it. Like I said, favorite parts, least favorite parts. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.